Has Iran found a way to quietly turn America's own tech bosses and tools against Trump, using the very AI systems built in California to sharpen its digital war with Washington? Could the next U.S. Iran conflict begin not with a missile, but with a single prompt typed into an AI model, triggering waves of cyberattacks long before the first shot is fired? Is this the cyber threat Pete Hegseth warned about, AI supercharged hacks and deception? Or are we now looking at something far worse, where code becomes as dangerous as rockets? From California to Tehran, is U.S.-built AI now quietly fueling Iran's cyber arsenal, turning commercial chatbots and models into weapons for phishing, spying, and sabotage? Are these new revelations only the tip of the iceberg, as fears grow that Iran's visible AI activity hides a much deeper, more dangerous capability still out of sight? Not just missiles and drones, Tehran is reportedly sharpening its cyber operations at the same time, building a digital front to match its firepower on land, sea, and air. A new Financial Times report claimed Iran is rapidly expanding AI-driven cyber warfare, suggesting machine learning tools are now embedded in how Tehran hacks, spies, and disrupts. The report said Tehran has been tapping tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and other Western AI models for elements of its cyber operations, quietly repurposing public systems for state campaigns. Iranian-linked actors allegedly use AI to polish phishing emails, generate more convincing lures, and refine malicious code, making their attacks harder to spot and easier to scale. Cyber experts said AI has helped Iran create convincing fake online personas to approach targets in the US and Israel, blending deep researched profiles with fluent, tailored messaging. Iran has reportedly kept digital pressure high even during a fragile ceasefire with the US, showing that cyber operations often continue long after missiles fall silent. Reports said Israelis were hit by waves of phishing messages during the US-Iran war, with inboxes flooded just as physical attacks and alerts were already stretching people's attention. Some phishing messages reportedly went as far as inviting Israelis to collaborate with Iranian intelligence, trying to turn curiosity, fear, or ideology into a point of access. The UAE reportedly faced more than 500,000 cyberattacks every day during the Iran war, underscoring how Gulf states found themselves in the crosshairs of the digital fallout. Last year, Google researchers reported that the Iran-linked APT-42 group even used Gemini to study how to jam F-35 fighter jets, blending open-source prompts with highly sensitive military topics. According to the Financial Times, Iranian hackers are now leaning on AI more heavily than many Russian or Chinese rivals, turning innovation into a shortcut to close their capability gap. An FT analysis of roughly 300 Iranian military journal articles found a much broader AI push underway, with defense researchers testing machine learning across multiple combat domains. Those studies examined everything from electromagnetic warfare and battlefield decision-making to smarter drone guidance, painting a picture of armed forces trying to algorithm upgrade old tactics. Other papers explored underwater targeting systems and ways to evade enemy electronics, hinting that Iranian planners want AI help in environments where human operators struggle to react fast enough. The IRGC has also claimed that some of its cruise missiles now use AI guidance features, suggesting an ambition to make strikes more precise, adaptive, and harder to intercept. Experts caution that it remains unclear whether Iran has successfully deployed these AI-guided systems in real combat, or whether many are still experimental concepts on paper. Analysts nevertheless believe Iran may already have used rudimentary AI tools to plan some Gulf strikes, for example modeling routes, timings, and target sets more efficiently than before. Iran has reportedly invested in open-source and locally designed AI models hosted on closed networks, building capabilities that are harder for outsiders to track or cut off. Last year, Tehran rolled out a national AI platform designed to keep working even if the wider internet is cut, ensuring its systems can still function in a sanctions or wartime blackout. Sharif University helped build that platform despite strict Western sanctions tied to its military links, underscoring how deeply universities are now woven into Iran's defense tech ecosystem. However, Israeli-US strikes in April reportedly damaged Sharif University's data center and AI research labs, showing that these digital assets are now high-priority targets in the wider conflict. Yet analysts warn that what we can currently see of Iran's AI capabilities is only the tip of the iceberg, suggesting a much larger, hidden effort that may only become visible in future crises. Leaked documents have linked Chinese firms to an IRGC-associated missile fuel procurement network, according to a report by Iran International. The documents were reportedly obtained by hacker group Prana, and later reviewed and analyzed by Iran International. Chinese, Turkish, and UAE-based firms allegedly helped the IRGC acquire chemicals used in missile fuel production. Chinese entities allegedly helped facilitate financial transactions structured to navigate existing U.S. sanctions restrictions. The files also linked the April 26 explosion at Shahid Raji port in Iran to a sodium perchlorate shipment. Sodium perchlorate is considered a key chemical component used in the production of solid fuel for ballistic missiles. The blast and existing sanctions reportedly made it more difficult to find ships willing to transport the chemical to Iran. Haokuan Energy was identified in the documents as a central player in the procurement network described in the leaks. Haokuan was previously sanctioned by the United States for allegedly helping finance the IRGC's Quds Force. The documents also refer to a deal between Haokuan and Turkish company Golden Globe Demirçelik, or GDCP. Documents outline plans to ship 2,000 tons of sodium chlorate and 10,000 tons of sodium perchlorate to Iran. The files claimed the material would be sufficient to produce fuel for approximately 2,500 ballistic missiles. Documents allege that GDCP procures missile fuel raw materials and sells oil on behalf of the IRGC. One file reportedly showed plans to sell 2 million barrels of oil from Karg Island to a UAE-based company. Separate records indicated the proceeds were deposited into an account held at Tourism Bank in Tehran. The file suggests a significant portion of oil revenues was used to purchase sodium perchlorate from China. Reports of sodium perchlorate shipments from China to Iran have surfaced repeatedly over the past year. However, neither China nor Iran has publicly confirmed the reported sodium perchlorate shipments. The Israeli Prime Minister accused China of helping the IRGC obtain ballistic missile components, a claim Beijing denied. Subsequently, Donald Trump said China's president had assured him that no weapons would be supplied to Iran. Iran's ally may have played a major behind-the-scenes role in the dramatic downing of a U.S. F-15 fighter jet in April 2026. A Chinese-made shoulder-launched missile was allegedly used to bring down the $90 million American fighter aircraft. An NBC News report alleged that China provided Iran with a long-range early warning radar system. That Chinese radar is reportedly capable of detecting stealth aircraft specifically designed to avoid enemy surveillance. Beyond missiles and radar systems, China may have also supplied Iran with stealth aircraft, according to NBC News. China allegedly moved the weapons to Iran during the early phase of Tehran's war with the US and Israel. Meanwhile, a US investigation is still underway into what exactly led to the downing of the F-15E Strike Eagle in April. It marked the first time in decades that an American fighter jet was reportedly brought down by enemy fire. When asked about the F-15 shootdown, China's embassy in the United States dismissed the claims as part of a smear campaign. The Chinese embassy said, and I quote, "China always acts prudently and responsibly on the export of military products, and exercises strict control in accordance with China's laws and regulations on export control and due international obligations. China opposes groundless smear and ill-intentioned association." End quote. Reports now suggest China's alleged helping hand to Iran could further complicate ties between Xi Jinping and Donald Trump. Trump's top diplomat has also insisted that America does not need China's help to bring the Iran war to an end.